And good evening, New Mexico. Okay, so the latest numbers and analysis show that we're really not done with COVID. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear about it or talk about it. You see, the cases are starting to rise again nationwide, but also here in our state. The 7-day average, for example, is more than double what it was a month ago. Now, the situation is not nearly as dire as what we experienced earlier this year, but still, medical experts have more thoughts on all of this for us tonight. And that's what Tommy Lopez is here to explain. Tommy, reason we wanted to do this, besides the higher cases and hospitalizations, is because that new clearance came down today for a vaccine booster for our kids, and we're seeing a trend in hospitalizations now.
Yeah, that trend is an increase, Tessa. The number of patients has risen in the last 3 weeks. Tonight, 75 people in New Mexico hospitals have COVID. There were 700 patients, if we remember, back in January. That's circled there at the top of this graph. Then you see the big decline. It went all the way through mid to late April. We ended last month with 33 people hospitalized. But now we're seeing this uptick. It's 95 yesterday, 75 today. Spokespeople for our state's major hospital systems are echoing what those numbers show. They say they are thankfully still not near their capacities.
Yeah, at this point, we're hoping it doesn't get to that level.
Yeah.
Again, today, that news regarding kiddos, the 5 to 11-year-olds who are already approved for a COVID vaccine, they can now get a booster, a third shot of Pfizer's vaccine.
Yeah, long awaited for a lot of families, right? Medical expert Dr. Alex Ivanovich is saying this is good timing. Summer camps and other activities are coming up in the coming weeks.
There's just going to be a lot of socialization this summer. So I think that it's worth doing the booster because it does still seem to protect people from severe disease.
She also says it does add protection come next school year for kids too. And Tessa, you know how kids these ages can be spreading germs.
They're magnets to every germ out there.
Yeah.
Tommy, Dr. C also has some new observations she was saying about long COVID.
That's right. So we're talking about when COVID symptoms linger for months and months. And she says she's seeing a lot of Albuquerque teenagers with these effects, all of whom are unvaccinated, and they're facing constant fatigue.
That really brings it home to me that this is a serious virus. And, we don't see long flu, fortunately. We haven't seen this kind of behavior out of a virus at this point.
Speaking of the flu, Dr. C also says there are high case numbers right now for respiratory illnesses in general. That includes the flu and common colds. And there would normally not be case counts this high at this point in the year in late May. And she really isn't able to explain why. Tessa?
Yeah, we had both of those run through our household not too long ago. Tommy, thanks for the breakdown.